It's a me. Yeah, it's me. Oh, hell yeah. Welcome to the podcast, Stop Crying Poser, greatest podcast known to man, as voted by Toad, Waluigi, Dry Bones, Shy Guy, Yoshi, Blue Yoshi, Yellow Yoshi, Red Yoshi. All the Yoshis have unanimously voted that this is the greatest podcast ever. Who do we have in the chat? Day, Fletcher, Chloroform, Cam702, Penguin, Day, iBookBoy62 Flames, Fitnoid, Day, The Real Griff. We made it. I am 1 hour and 3 minutes late today, but I have a very good excuse. It's because earlier this week was Mario Day. And also, today is my birthday. Yay, happy birthday to me. Feliz cumpleaños, la la. Feliz aniversario, la la. And Mario Day. So what are the odds that Mario Day and Steve Day would both just be a few short days apart from each other? Well, I think we all knew that it was possible. It has not been a super eventful week, but we're going to do the podcast anyway, because we do this podcast every single Friday right around 3:30 p.m. Pacific time right here on twitch.tv/ninja lifestyle. Well, what did happen? I had a nice fancy birthday dinner. Fitnoid came over and cooked steak. We had New York strip steak, big thick boy, salt, pepper, reverse seared it, then threw some rosemary on top. We had mashed potatoes with sour cream in them. Oh boy! We had mushrooms. Mushroom wine sauce with onions. Then we had cauliflower steamed and cooked with bacon, and made enough food for probably about 6 people. So for every single meal, I've been eating steak, cauliflower, and potatoes since that day. And I still haven't managed to gain any weight. That doesn't make any sense, right? I'm out here eating 4,000 calories a day, but not gaining weight. You know what? It's all going to hit me, though, in a few days. They're the sleeper cells inside of me. But it was good. The birthday dinner was great. After that, met up with some friends. Basically, it was like the pregame. It was the pregame until today. But then also I pregamed yesterday. That's why we're an hour late. Because I drank 2 2-11s. I was like, well, I guess I'm done drinking. And then T showed up at my house. He was like, I brought 2 more. And I was like, oh, shit. Well, I guess I'll drink them. I didn't actually drink 4. I drank 3. And then I drank mango vodka mixed with a cranberry juice that tasted really, really gross, hurting my stomach. And we just hung out and chatted for a little while, and then got into bed at like 4. Had to let the dog out multiple times. You know, anyone could probably like break into my house. It wouldn't be that hard. They would just have to wait for me to be hungover. Because every single day, right around 7 a.m., and then again around 11 a.m., my dog will wake me up, and he'll let me know that he wants to go outside. Because he has to pee or poop. And he's on a pretty good schedule, right? It's always the same every single day. He chooses right around the same part of the day to go outside. And if I wanted to wean him into another schedule, I could. I don't mind getting up and letting him out. Because I usually can get back to sleep. That part of the day, I can get back to sleep really easily. You know, some people, if they wake up in the morning, they cannot fall back asleep. Some people, if you get them up at like 6, I mean, most people will probably get up around 6 anyway for work, but let's use 3 a.m. as an example. Some people, if they get up at 3 a.m., they cannot get back to sleep. Not me. You get me up at 6 a.m., I'm going right back to sleep. Get me up at 9, I'm going right back to sleep. Anyways, what I don't like to do, though, is when it's cold, especially when it's cold, kind of like this time of year. I don't like to get out of bed. Okay, now I'm suddenly cold. I get out of my warm bed. Now I'm in my cold house, 60 degrees in this house. Sometimes I turn the heat off at night. I let the dog go outside, and then I sit on the couch and wait for him to come back. And then as I'm waiting, I'll play on my phone for a minute. But I'm still cold that whole time. And if I'm hungover and cold, see, just like Luke from the Outdoor Boys, he's like, I'll go camping, but I'm not going to go camping if my feet are wet. Listen, I'll let the dog out, but I'm not about to sit out there with my shirt off, freezing to death, and wait for him to come back in. And sometimes he knows how to piss me off. The dog knows how to get on my fucking nerves. Because he'll go out there, he'll act like he's going to piss. He'll stare at the front door, like my back door. He'll stare at it. He knows I'm there. And he'll start eating grass. Like, dude, I know he went outside to go to the bathroom. Get the fuck to work so I can fucking go back in my warm bed, you piece of shit. So when it gets really cold like that, what I sometimes do is I let him out. I leave the back door wide open. The heater's turned off, so I'm not like wasting air. I leave the back door wide open. And I go back to sleep. And then I'll wait for him. Usually when he finally decides to come in, he'll wake me up because he'll jump on the bed. Because after he goes outside, he's cold now too. Now we're both cold, and he'll wake me up. I don't do that all the time because sometimes the door will just be open for the next 6 hours, and I could be killed and raped in that order. And that's not the way you want to do it. That's not the way I'm going out. Just don't. And if one of you guys is gonna come in here and do that, do it in the other order. Kill me in the other order, please. Kill and then rape. Wait, did I just say it backwards? Did I just say it backwards? Wait a minute. Okay, you know what? If we're talking about it, criminals out there, how about just let's leave me alone. If we're gonna have a conversation about it. What are we talking about? Is this a whole story? Is this a whole tangent on me letting my dog out? I really am like a master. I have a PhD in rambling. I do entire podcasts with zero substance sometimes. Anyways, this week has, it's been really windy. It was supposed to rain. Had to cover up my ramp. Skating went pretty good though. Went skating on Wednesday. I filmed that here on Twitch as well. Landed a perfect kickflip feeble to fakie. Maybe not perfect, but I landed an acceptable one. Next week, we're going to probably do a manual trick, but then after that, we're going to come back. We're going to try kickflip back lip 180, kickflip disaster, revert, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm really not the type of guy that wants to get into like a skateboard trick naming argument. People love to do that online. The comments lately have been great. A couple weeks ago, I posted a funny video of a guy doing a layback back tail, and I said, hey, this is easy. The comments went crazy telling me that I'm stupid and that I shouldn't be making jokes about the legends who do these insanely hard tricks. So then, of course, on Wednesday, I classically, like I always do, I did the trick that the internet told me I couldn't do. I did it easily in 1 or 2 tries. And I just posted it today, and it really reminds me of scooter riding, right? I land the tail whip. They say, well, you need a 360. That doesn't count. I do the 360. They say, that doesn't count. You need to do something harder. Do a backflip. You'll never backflip. And then I do the backflip, and then another challenge. Do a flare. Do a brief flip. Do a 720. It never ends. Okay? But I'm willing to prove that I can do something. So I did. I did the back lip and I touched the coping and acted all goofy and then tried to explain to them how easy this stupid ass trick is. Then I did the back tail layback just to simply explain how easy it is. And then, of course, the comments. Now everyone's mad. It always turns out like this, right? They challenge me to do the trick. I do the trick. Now they're mad. So it happened with roll-on grinds. They said roll-on grinds are impossible. I did a 50-50. I did a 5-0. I did a Smith. I did a roll-on board slide. Then I did a roll-on grind with 1 foot. Just to show how easy it is. I used only 1 foot. And then they got mad. They were like, well, it's not a handrail. I said, bro, you made the challenge. You created the challenge. I did it. That's supposed to be the end of the conversation. You don't then raise the bar again and again and again and again and again and again so that I have to ironically become Nigel Houston. Like I will ironically prove you wrong every single time, and you'll just move the goalpost. So that's the same thing that happened. They were like, well, yours wasn't in a concrete bowl. It was on a mini ramp. It's way different. Wait a minute, bro. You can't change the rules after I proved you wrong. All right? You challenged me to do the trick. I did the trick. Well, it has to be higher and faster. And it has to be on a different skateboard. And it has to be raining that day. And it has to be in San Francisco. And it has to be on a Monday or a Tuesday because you did it on a Wednesday. And that's not allowed. It happens. They did it with the steep drop-in. I did the steep drop-in. They said, oh, you have to go to Portland and do it. I found an exact replica of what you guys wanted me to do, but now I have to go to Portland and do it. They said I could never bomb a hill. I went to a hill here in Las Vegas, bombed it twice, then did it switch, then did it on the cruiser board so I could go even faster, then did it while holding the camera, selfieing, laughing about how easy this is. And then they said, well, you're not allowed to do it in your hometown. The challenge was you have to drive at least 700 miles, and that's the only way it will count. Skateboarders, man. You're just making yourselves look worse. I mean, I like riding the skateboard. You guys can keep giving me challenges over and over and over again, but don't act like you win. I guess that's the part that gets a little bit annoying. Skateboarders who keep challenging me week after week after week after week, and then I do the trick week after week after week after week. I shouldn't be dedicating. First off, I shouldn't be doing this for free. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like a monkey at the circus. You guys are throwing fucking, like, you guys didn't pay an entry fee. You're not throwing money at me or whatever. Like, I'm just performing tricks for everyone. I'm like you're getting just free entertainment out of me. Hopefully it motivates all the people. First off, they tell me to do these tricks because they can't do them. So first off, me effortlessly doing all the tricks that you think are impossible, that should be inspiring. Now I've made the impossible into something possible. You guys should now, you should look at me, that old guy, that old washed up YouTuber. You should look at me and go, damn, he just made all of us look really stupid. Well, if he can do it, I can do it. And then you guys can go out there and achieve these little things. Like, it should be more motivating, but I think the skaters are, I think they're getting more and more frustrated because I just keep being right. Another one of my go-to comments is, yeah, the skaters in this video are sloppy. Well, you do it. Okay, I then tell them I have thousands of clips on YouTube, thousands. This is one video part, and it has 10 sloppy tricks. One video, 3 minutes of footage has 10 sloppy tricks. I have hours and hours and hours of footage, thousands of clips. Go find one that's bad. I found 10 in modern skateboarding videos. I find 10 in every video. Go back in my entire career and find one. And what that should do, that's not me saying, look how good I am. That's me saying, look how possible this is to achieve. If I can achieve it, then the pros should be able to. And also, skating sloppy, if your hand is on the ground and your foot is on the ground, it's not an opinion. Well, I'm not giving you my opinion. Like, when I clap, that's because my hands are touching each other. My hands are touching each other. So, this hand touched this hand. It's not an opinion. It's not, well, in your opinion, your hands are touching. No, physically, they are touching. My hands are physically touching each other. So when your hand physically touches the ground, when you're trying to skateboard, it's not an opinion. The ground and your hand made contact, right? The protons and neutrons and the molecules are fucking touching. That's not my opinion. Now, when I do that trick, I somehow break all the rules of modern science. I can do a kickflip without touching the ground. So I've made it possible. And now I'm telling you skateboarders, go out there. I've paved the way. I've showed you guys that you can land tricks clean. All right. Anyways, a bit of a tangent. It's just like Instagram is getting more and more repetitive. I go on a rant like this at least twice a month here on the podcast, and nothing really changes. But whatever. We got a Greyson Fletcher video coming out soon. And if you guys are wondering why, I made a video saying he did a kickflip and it was it was an impressive kickflip. That's the funny part too. I say that he did a kickflip that was impressive, but I said most people, if you did that at a bowl contest, if you went to a bowl contest and started doing street skateboarding, people would say, "Bro, get out of the bowl. You're bothering everyone." All right? And you got last place. You didn't even qualify. You're in dead last place. Get out of the bowl and let the real skaters do the real skating. That was my perspective. So I said that, and the internet randomly defended Greyson Fletcher. And I've told you guys this before. If you're like a pro skater and I'm making a joke about you, the worst thing you could ever do is respond to me. And respond to me and not be laughing, because now I've already now I've got my clutches into you. So Greyson commented. He said, "I have hairier balls than you," or I don't know what the fuck he said. Something about hairy balls. So okay, cool, man. You wanna? I mean, I have unlimited time to make videos. So later next week, there's a video coming out where I do an impression of Greyson. I do an impression of Greyson Fletcher. I wear a wig, I wear a beard, I make fun of all his cringy ass things that he does to make children love him. Showing up to a skate contest, a bowl contest where you got last place. Has this guy ever not gotten last place? Last 3 or 4 competitions, last place, last place, last place, last place. But people remember him. And if you're not familiar with this pro skater, I'll explain it. When in the middle of him getting last place, he starts punching himself in the forehead. And if you're like a edgy 11-year-old, that's the most badass thing you can do. Also, before he does a trick, he waves his arms like he does that thing where he's like tells the crowd to get hyped up. And then he does this thing where, like, you know when pro wrestlers climb to the top of the cage and they're about to jump off the cage, but they want to wait. So they build the tension and they look out into the audience, and then they do like a countdown, like 3, 2, 1, and then Jeff Hardy does his finger guns. Jeff Hardy does his finger guns and looks around, and everyone gets more and more hyped up, and they're like, "Oh my God, he's about to do the front flip. Holy fuck." That's what Greyson Fletcher does with skateboarding, and all the 11-year-olds, they buy it. They love it. He punched himself, and now he's acting like he has to think about it. He has to focus. He's staring. He's staring at the bowl. He's made eye contact with the bowl, and he's making an angry face just to let that skateboarding trick know that he's coming. He's coming for you, brother. I got up to that goddamn coping, and I said, "Not today, brother. I fell the first time. I fell the second time. I didn't even qualify for the goddamn competition. But, brother, I'm telling you, it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you can get back up and try the trick again and bring the entire competition to a screeching halt, because, brother, the show is mine, and I'm going to keep on going for my amazing trick called dropping in." That's what the trick is. It's just dropping in. And it's really, like, honestly, it's not a very difficult trick. But if I punch myself a few times, brother, and I look out into the audience and all the Greyson maniacs out there, I'm talking to you, brother, and I'm gonna stare into your soul and take your energy, and I'm gonna put it deep into my heart, and I'm gonna climb back up on that bowl, and I'm gonna do the hardest trick anyone's ever heard of. It's a kickflip. And I seem to be the only one that sees through the bullshit. I know that when Booker T fought Stone Cold Steve Austin in the grocery store, I'm the only one that realizes that it was scripted. That's how I feel about skating right now. I look at this fucking guy punching himself, trying to get the kids to fall in love with him, and I go, am I the only one cringing? And I found a couple of people. There's a couple of people out there who are cringing. Anyways, that guy responded to me, telling me how hairy his balls are, whatever it was. And now we've made a whole video dedicated to you. Dedicated to the guy that shows up to the bowl contest to Skate Street. You wanted all the attention, now you got it. Mario Day was great, man. We played this. There's a new ROM hack. It's kind of like a Mario 64 randomizer called Iron Mario. And it is really fun. We played that on Mario Day. March 10th is Mario Day. Is today the 14th? So we have Mario Day. We have Pi Day. Pi Day 3.14159. I can't go any further than that. I didn't know you were a damn nerd. Well, yeah, I am. We had Mario Day. Big fan of Mario Day. Yesterday, I painted my bathroom ceiling. This guy's going to do a podcast on how he painted his bathroom ceiling. Can you believe it? Yeah, I didn't spill a drop. I fucked up one little corner, but you know what? No one's ever going to notice. Except me. I fucked up one tiny corner of the wall. No big deal. And it makes me feel accomplished. It's not all the way done. So what happened is I had my roof repaired like 6 months ago. Some fuckhead broke the vent, and the vent came crashing through my ceiling. I patched the ceiling on stream, patched the ceiling, sanded it, we painted it on stream. Basically, my stream, you guys may think it's all skateboarding and jokes and cooking videos. Oh no, we're doing like home repairs. Remember I changed out my fucking toilet and changed out the faucet in there? We do everything on stream. Fixing my fucking ramp. What other little home improvement things did we do? Thank God I did not film myself changing the garbage disposal, because I almost started a fire. Speaking of that, I almost started a fire in my kitchen on my little birthday dinner the other day. I have one burner that says, do not start this burner, might catch fire. I thought about it. I said, you know what? Today's the day. Maybe it caught on fire last time. It's been like 5 years. Maybe if I turn on that burner, this time it won't catch on fire. Nope. So we got to replace those coils. What are we talking about? I went on a rant after the bathroom paint. Last night. Well, not last night, Wednesday night. Oh, the same night as the birthday dinner. Basically the whole month is the birthday. We celebrate the birthday before the birthday, during the birthday, and after the birthday. We do birthday month around here. So it's also Koopa's birthday month. On Wednesday, we went out to play pool. That's pretty much what we do. Every Wednesday now we play pool. We got all these phases, right? We have phases where for 6 months we all go bowling on Wednesdays. Then everyone gets tired of bowling, and now our thing is playing pool every Wednesday. Played pool on Wednesday. Randomly met a guy. He was at the ATM. He's like, y'all playing pool for money? And I was like, nah, we don't really play for money, man. We're just having fun. You can come play the game with us if you want. Comes down, he throws $1,000 on the table. He's like, who got next, man? I'll play for whatever. 20, 40, 100, I'll play for whatever. So I'm thinking, oh fuck, dude, this guy must be really good at pool. I said, I'll play for $1, man. We don't really play for money, it gets me too excited. I start feeling bad about myself when I miss. I'll play for $1. Granted, this guy put down $100 like to play the game. I'll play you for $1. This guy had never played pool in his entire life. I set it up, I said, let's discuss the rules. He's like, the rules, you just hit the balls and they go in. I'm like, wait, what? Are you fucking with me? He's like, I remember on Fresh Prince, they played pool. I'm like, wait, I don't think you understand this game. He was afraid to break, had no idea how to hold the pool stick. And in hindsight, I wish I would have played this guy for $100. He had no fucking idea. He didn't understand what the kitchen was. He didn't understand what banking a shot was. Calling your shot, he had no He had no idea that was even a rule that had ever existed in pool. Where I want this ball to go there. So I hit that ball and it goes there. He was closing his eyes, just blasting the table, hoping one of his balls went in. Anyways, needless to say, beat him 5-1, and then next game 5-1 again. And at that point, he might have been on drugs. This guy started talking about his friends died from fentanyl and his mom this, and he moved here from California. He tried to tell me he works on space technology. And I was like, I gotta go. Bro, I hope fentanyl in space works out for you, man. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Have fun with that. And, anyways, man, we got out of there, and I thought that was a funny story to share. And then he started to, like, get in a fight with T. Not like a fight, but he started getting really weird. Started trying to, like, bring up his gang he was from in California. And you're like, okay, man, let's get out of it. Let's move on. Space boy. So that was Wednesday, and today we're probably going to be playing pool all night. First stop is a bar called Decatur, then we're going to stop at a bar called Joker's. It's going to be a great time, dude. I'm going to get pretty drunk. I'm probably not going to pay for any of my own drinks today. Hey. Then tomorrow, UFC. We got UFC tomorrow. I'm going to open up the skateboard ramp. I'm going to try to get up a little bit early. I got coconut water on standby to solve my hangover. And I hate coconut water, but I know it's good for you. I really want my friends to skate on the ramp. My ramp is hard to skate. My skateboard ramp is not made for like beginners. It is very steep. The transition is very tight. The coping sticks out a lot. It's small. The walls are too close to each other. So it's hard for people to skate. It's hard to get people like in the zone. It's hard to convince people to come skate with me. So I'm hoping for my birthday party, someone comes out and drops in on that fucking ramp with me and does a trick. Corey or just whoever's out there. Are you listening? Matt, Corey, Mechanic Matt Zacoppola, T, Tex, skaters, somebody come over here and skate the goddamn ramp. We're gonna have UFC. I'm gonna buy some chicharrones. Not the potato chip. I'm gonna get some pork belly and fry it up nice and crispy. Fitnoetta. I demanded her make some guacamole because last time she did it, everyone loved it. It was great. That is my favorite thing that she makes. And hopefully we get a little bit of a crowd in here. You know, you don't want like 30 people in your house, but like 12 would be the sweet spot. If I get 12 of my buddies over here, like I haven't seen them in a while, catch up. And also, maybe you guys think this is weird. I've told you guys before, I don't really keep in contact with my family. I don't like them. You know, I don't get along with them at all. Me and my grandpa, that's all I got. Me and him. That's the family. So for the past 20 years in my house, I have all these photos of family members and baby photos of me because I sort of inherited this house, kind of. It's now like storage for my grandpa. He has another place. But a lot of this shit is like the way he designed it. And you guys have seen that on the stream. When I walk through the house, there's like random shit on the wall that's like, world's best grandfather. And people are like, what the fuck does that mean? And I'm like, well, that's me. I'm the pappy. I'm the world's best pappy. So I started moving around all these pictures. And I was going to say, maybe you guys think this is weird. I want to take photos with all my buddies and make those the pictures on the wall. I don't need to. I know what I look like as a baby. I don't need a baby photo of me on the wall. So I got a couple pictures of my grandpa because I like to look at those. And then I want some pictures of Rye Dog and Tony, Tex, you know, the people I grew up skating with, my drinking buddies. That's my goal for the birthday. Take pictures of my friends or pictures of me with my friends or just pictures of them. And then later I'll have them printed at FedEx or something on some nice gloss paper, frame them, put them on the wall. That'll be nice. That's what we're going for. So maybe you guys think that's lame, but as far as like a to-do list on my birthday, tomorrow, that is the plan. So I'm excited for that. And I got this nice camera right here. I'm going to be taking photos of everybody tomorrow, and then we'll get some skateboarding tricks. Maybe I can get some skateboarding photos. That'd be nice too. So that's generally the plan. One final story is, you guys are familiar with the cart narc. It's a guy that goes from Walmart to Walmart to Walmart all around the world. Goes to all these Walmarts, and when people leave their cart blocking a parking space, he comes out and he publicly shames them. He puts a camera in their face and he goes, "You need to clean up your cart, young man." If you're not familiar with it, go check it out. Cart, narc, N-A-R-C, like narc. What is it, like narcotics? He's the cart narcotic. Anyways, I watched the whole thing happen right in front of me at Walmart the other day. He loaded his groceries and then he put his own cart behind his own pickup truck. And then as he backed out, he ran into his own cart. And then the cart kind of got stuck on the side of his car and he was like dragging the cart with him as he backed out. And then he tried to reach out of his window and kind of like grab the cart and just like shove it away to where it's still in the middle. It's in the center of the street now. And by this time I was watching it from my window. So I finally got out and I had a little bag with me because I didn't want to get a cart. Got a bag with me, like a little blue Walmart sack to put in groceries. He looks at me and looks at the cart, like looks at me. I'm like, I'm in a good mood. I'm like, I'll get that for you. Hey, I'll grab it. I'll grab that for you. And then instead of "Thank you, young man," or even like a thumbs up, he just mean mugs me. Angrily, silently stares at me with a mean face. And like he looked at me like he wanted to fight. Because first off, you're the idiot that put your own cart behind your own car. That level of stupid is it's rare. That's a one in 1,000 kind of idiocracy. And then for me to be helpful, first off, if he keeps backing up, this is gonna scratch your fucking truck. If you keep backing up and it gets wedged under your tire or whatever, it's gonna scratch your fucking truck. I will grab it, sir, and I'll walk it back. I don't fucking work here. I walked it all the way up to the door. I wonder if he thought he was doing me a favor. Like now I have a cart. But here's the thing. I have a big bright blue bag, a sack in my hand. I don't need a cart. I brought this bag so I don't have to use the cart. I can walk faster with this bag. And when I'm in Walmart, speed is the name of the game. Get in and get the fuck out of there. It's a place you don't want to be in. This is super Walmart, by the way. So if you thought regular Walmart sucked, you need to check out a super Walmart. All the worst aspects of regular Walmart are exponentially worse. And you can never find anything. I was looking for WD-40. Okay, I know where WD-40 is in regular Walmart. I know where WD-40 is in the grocery store. Super Walmart? Bro, it could be in gardening, it could be in hardware, it could be in automotive, it could be in outdoor, it could be by the bikes, it could be in the grocery area, it could be at the front by the batteries, it could be fucking anywhere. And you know, since it's Walmart, there's only gonna be 2 cans of it left. So yeah, after endless searching, I finally found the WD-40 silicone that I needed. And then, you know what? It all backfired on me because once I got to the register, my sack, I laid my sack on the ground and my dumbass WD-40 rolled away. It rolled away and I didn't even notice it was gone. So I scanned my chicken and my salads and my fucking all the other shit that I got. Didn't even realize my WD-40 was gone and wasted my time. Came home, got mad, got on Amazon, bought this shit on Amazon for an extra $1. Fuck it. The universe told me that today ain't your day. And I said, you know what? Jeff Bezos got my back. So that was my Walmart story. And if you guys were doubting that I'm not the greatest rambler on earth, now you guys know. For movies, I watched a movie called Runaway Jury. There is a guy that found a way to get on a jury, and he found a way to convince everyone on that jury to vote however he decided that he wanted them to vote. And then he went to the prosecutors of both sides of the case and demanded money from both sides. And he said, whoever pays me the most money, I'll make sure you win the case. And it's a great, really good movie. I had never heard of it before. Runaway Jury. If you guys are in the mood for a new movie, it's on Netflix, Runaway Jury. I explained like the basics of it. Don't worry, I didn't spoil it. I didn't spoil any of the twists or like the secrets. Just gave you the general premise. I think you guys might enjoy that movie. That's all I have for the podcast. Can I get a oh hell yeah from everyone who's here in the chat? If you tuned in late, don't worry. The repeat of this podcast comes out on Sunday on YouTube, on Podbean, on Spotify, on iTunes, podcast app, anywhere where you can find podcasts, you can find me by typing in Stop Crying Poser. No trivia today. No, I'm not giving away no free shit to you guys today. It's my motherfucking birthday. So, actually, I just forgot to look up a trivia question, so nobody gets it. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Appreciate the support today. Scary Cheese bought me some gifts. Fitnoid bought me some gifts. iBookBoy resubscribed for his 48th month in a row. Oh, is that exactly 4 years you've been subscribing to my channel? Thank you, iBookBoy. Very much appreciate the support. The Real Griff resubscribed for 2 months. 2 months. You should be ashamed. iBookBoy 48 months. Griff subscribed for his 2nd month ever. You guys don't need to send money or donate or subscribe or follow on Twitch if you don't want to. I know that there's a lot of things going on in the world. Not everyone has free money to just be given away to some random guy online. But those of you who do donate, I appreciate it. And if you want to support the podcast somehow, but you don't have any money, tell a friend about the podcast. We've had the same amount of viewers for the past fucking 4 years because you're not telling your friends. We could be huge by now. We could be Joe Rogan by now, but you guys don't tell your fucking friends. Come on, man. Okay, that's all I got for you guys. Shout out to iBookBoy, Penguin, Cam702, Fitnoid, Ron Stop it, Day Day, Penguin, Roll Fast, Joe, iBookBoy, D, Trick, Fondle, Player, Day Day, The Real Griff. I hope everyone has a great weekend. I'm not going to be following my own advice today, but as I always say, don't drink too much, but don't drink too little. And brother, I'm gonna climb to the top of that coping and I'm gonna do the most crazy trick you've ever seen by performing dropping in. A simple power ollie, as you would say. Dropping in.